Attention passionate Washington Commanders fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC East and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Washington Commanders' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave division rivals stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Washington Commanders fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with YOUR, FRINDS, and Washington Commanders FANS. Let's get to the news. Now, folks, buckle up because what's buzzing around the NFL, especially in our NFC East, could shake things up in a way we haven't seen in quite a while. Rumors are swirling that the Washington Commanders are in serious talks to acquire Lamar Jackson from the Baltimore Ravens. Yes, you heard that right. Lamar Jackson, the reigning NFL MVP, a dual-threat quarterback who's been a nightmare for defenses across the league, might soon be donning the burgundy and gold. This isn't just some idle speculation. Sources close to ESPN's Adam Schefter have leaked that the Commanders are in advanced negotiations, offering a first-round pick in the 2027 draft along with a second-rounder. Now, it's important to note that nothing's officially signed or sealed yet, but the vibe is that the deal is pretty close to happening. The NFL trade deadline is approaching fast, November 4th, and the buzz is heating up. This potential move is enormous. It could redefine Washington's future and send shockwaves through the NFC East, where the Dallas Cowboys and Philadelphia Eagles are already gearing up for a fierce battle. For the Commanders, adding Lamar Jackson would be a game-changer, an upgrade that could push this team right into the Super Bowl conversation. And if you're a fan, you know how much we've been craving that kind of spark at the quarterback position. We've seen flashes from Sam Howell, but Jackson is a different level. A proven game-changer with the ability to elevate the offense to new heights. Let's dig into why this makes so much sense. First, Lamar Jackson, at just 29 years old, is a former NFL MVP. His career stats are impressive. Over 15,000 passing yards with a 64% completion rate, 125 passing touchdowns, and more than 200 rushing yards on the ground with a 60 yards per carry average, along with 29 rushing touchdowns. His overall QBR sits at an eye-popping 89.5. His 2023-24 season has been strong, with over 40 total yards in just 2 seasons, showing he's still got that burst and playmaking ability. And if you compare him to some of the other quarterbacks we've seen lately, like Jaden Daniels, Lamar's PFF grade of 91. 2 blows Daniels, 82. 4 out of the water. That's a clear indicator of his elite status. A deep dive into Lamar Jackson's career and play style ***. Lamar Jackson's journey in the NFL has been nothing short of extraordinary. Drafted in 2018 as the 32nd overall pick out of Louisville, Jackson's arrival marked the beginning of a new era of mobile, high-impact quarterbacks. His breakthrough came during his second season in 2019, when he became the starting quarterback for the Ravens after Joe Flacco's injury. Jackson's electrifying play style, marked by rapid footwork, deceptive speed, and a cannon arm, quickly made him a highlight reel favorite. In his MVP-winning 2019 season, Lamar threw for 127 yards with 36 touchdowns against just 6 interceptions, completing 66.1% of his passes. His rushing stats were equally eye-catching. 206 yards and 7 rushing touchdowns, averaging 6.9 yards per carry. His ability to extend plays with his legs and make accurate throws under pressure changed the way defenses game-planned against him. The Ravens' offensive scheme revolved around his dual-threat capabilities, with the team ranking second in scoring that season, averaging 27.3 points per game. Lamar's playing style is characterized by quick reads, improvisational talent, and exceptional agility. He's a quarterback who can make defenses pay for overcommitting to the pass or the run. His ability to scramble out of pocket and create explosive plays, whether by running or throwing on the run, makes him an invaluable asset. Over the years, he has developed a more refined passing game, increasing his completion percentage and reducing turnovers, although some critics point to consistency issues at times. Statistically, Lamar Jackson has accumulated over 15,000 passing yards, with 125 passing touchdowns and a quarterback rating that consistently ranks among the league's best. His rushing totals are equally impressive. Over 200 yards and 29 rushing touchdowns, with an average of 60 yards per carry. His rushing ability makes him a unique threat, especially in short yardage and 2-minute drill scenarios. His 2022 season saw some injury setbacks, but he bounced back strongly in 2023, reaffirming his elite status. Contextualizing Lamar Jackson's impact in the NFL landscape ***, Lamar Jackson's style of play has often been compared to the legendary Michael Vick, and for good reason. Both quarterbacks possess rare agility and arm strength, capable of turning broken plays into big gains. The NFL has historically been slow to embrace dual-threat quarterbacks as starters, but Jackson has proven that with the right system, these players can lead teams deep into the playoffs. In the 2020 playoffs, Lamar led the Ravens to an AFC divisional round victory over the Tennessee Titans, showcasing his ability to perform under pressure. Unfortunately, injuries and inconsistent offensive line play hampered the Ravens' postseason runs in subsequent years, but Jackson's talent remains undeniable. His influence on the game has driven defenses to adapt, often deploying extra pass rushers and spy linebackers to contain him. In recent seasons, the NFL has seen a shift toward more versatile quarterbacks. Jalen Hurts, Justin Fields, and Anthony Richardson are prime examples. Lamar stands at the forefront of this evolution, blending elite passing with dynamic rushing. His presence on the field creates mismatches and opens up offensive schemes that are difficult to defend. Why would the Ravens trade Lamar Jackson? While Lamar Jackson is a franchise cornerstone, there are strategic reasons behind the potential trade. Baltimore's current struggles, sitting at 1-2 early in the season, have raised questions about their direction. Their defense has allowed an average of 29 points per game, which is concerning given their traditionally stout unit. Moreover, cap space constraints limit their flexibility. They have only about $12 million available, and with Jackson's contract nearing $50 million per year, they face difficult salary cap decisions. Additionally, the Ravens might be looking to rebuild or retool their roster. Moving Lamar could free up approximately $52 million in cap space, allowing them to invest in other areas, such as wide receiver or offensive line upgrades. Odell Beckham Jr., once a star receiver, has struggled with injuries and consistency, adding to the team's offensive challenges. Baltimore's management may see trading Lamar as a way to accelerate a rebuild, acquire draft capital, and reconfigure their roster for future success. The impact of Lamar Jackson on Washington Commanders now, shifting focus to our beloved Commanders, the addition of Lamar Jackson would be nothing short of transformative. Our offense has shown flashes of potential, with Sam Howell demonstrating promise as a rookie, but Jackson's proven track record as an elite quarterback would elevate our entire team. Statistical and tactical benefits adding Lamar could increase our offensive output significantly. Currently, the Commanders rank around 20th in points scored per game, averaging approximately 22 points. With Lamar's playmaking ability, we could see that number jump to the top-tier levels, potentially 28-30 points per game. His ability to extend plays and scramble for positive yardage would open up the field for receivers like Terry McLaurin and Jahan Dotson, both of whom have shown they can be dependable targets but need a quarterback who can consistently deliver. From a tactical perspective, Lamar's threat as a runner would force defenses to adjust their schemes. Our RPO run-pass option game, which has been somewhat underdeveloped, would flourish with him at the helm. His threat to run would also create more room for our running backs, Antonio Gibson and Brian Robinson Jr., to operate in space. Advanced metrics and expected production. If Lamar joins the Commanders, projections suggest he could generate over 500 yards of total offense, combining passing and rushing. That would catapult our offense into the top 7 in league rankings. His expected EPA, expected points added per play, which currently sits at plus 0.18 for our team, could rise to around plus 0.32 or higher, making every drive more efficient. Furthermore, Lamar's ability to perform in clutch moments is well documented. In 2020, he led Baltimore to a series of come-from-behind victories, and his playoff experience, despite some setbacks, would be invaluable. His presence would also boost the confidence of our offensive line, which has struggled at times, by providing an extra layer of protection with his mobility. Historical and future context *** historically, when a team acquires a quarterback of Lamar Jackson's caliber, it often signals a shift toward a more aggressive, dynamic style of play. The 2010s saw the NFL gradually evolve from pocket passers to more versatile signal callers. Lamar is at the forefront of this transition, and his addition could shape the future identity of the Commanders. Looking ahead, the NFC East is ripe for a shake-up. The Eagles have been dominant, but with Lamar's addition, the Commanders could threaten their supremacy. The Cowboys, with their strong defense and capable offense, would face a formidable opponent. The division would become an even more competitive battleground, raising the stakes for every game. Expectations and long-term outlook asterisk. If the trade goes through, the expectations would be sky-high. The immediate goal would be to get Lamar acclimated quickly and build an offense around his strengths. The coaching staff, led by head coach Ron Rivera and offensive coordinator Eric Bieniemy, would need to tailor schemes that maximize Lamar's playmaking. Long-term, the plan would be to develop a roster that complements Lamar's skill set, adding reliable pass catchers, a stout offensive line, and a defense capable of holding leads. The franchise would be signaling its commitment to winning now and in the future, investing heavily in the quarterback position and a competitive culture. Potential challenges and risks asterisk, of course. No move is without risk. Lamar Jackson has had injury concerns, most notably in 2021 and 2022, and his style of play inherently involves taking hits. The Commanders' medical staff would need to monitor him closely to keep him healthy. Additionally, trading draft capital for a player in his late 20s means the team must maximize his window of prime performance, which could be 3-5 years at best. Moreover, the chemistry between Lamar and the existing receivers would need to develop quickly. Our offensive line's protection schemes would also need to adapt to Lamar's mobility to prevent unnecessary hits. There's also the question of whether Baltimore would accept a trade that involves multiple picks and a high-profile player, or if they prefer to keep Lamar and see how this season unfolds. Players mentioned and their roles. Terry McLaurin asterisk, the Commanders' top receiver, known for his route running and contested catch ability. Lamar's deep throws and improvisational plays could open up more opportunities for McLaurin to make big plays downfield. Jahan Dotson asterisk, a promising rookie with speed and agility. With Lamar's ability to extend plays, Dotson could become a major threat in the quick strike game. Antonio Gibson and Brian Robinson Jr. asterisk, our primary running backs. Lamar's threat as a runner would complement their power running style, creating a balanced attack. Sam Howell asterisk, the current starting quarterback, whose development could be accelerated or impacted by the addition of Lamar Jackson. Howell's future with the team may depend on how this transition unfolds. Asterisk Ron Rivera and Eric Bieniemy asterisk, the head coach and offensive coordinator, respectively. Their strategic adjustments will be crucial in integrating Lamar's play style into the team's offensive identity. The broader NFL implications of Lamar Jackson trade to Washington would not only impact the NFC East, but also ripple across the league. Teams would have to reconsider their defensive schemes against dual-threat quarterbacks, and it could accelerate the trend of drafting more mobile quarterbacks. It might also influence future contract negotiations, with more players seeking similar deals, fully guaranteed or heavily incentivized based on performance and health. Fan reactions and community impact. The Washington fan base is already buzzing with anticipation. Social media is filled with memes, predictions, and hopes that this move becomes a reality. The potential of Lamar Jackson leading the Commanders into the playoffs, and possibly a Super Bowl, has reignited the passion among fans who have been waiting for a true franchise quarterback for decades. The community's excitement extends beyond the football field. Local businesses, bars, and fan clubs are preparing for a new era, one where the Commanders are not just contenders but title favorites. The city of Washington, D.C. and surrounding areas could experience a renewed sense of pride and unity if this move materializes. Conclusion: a turning point in Commanders' history in sum. The potential acquisition of Lamar Jackson by the Washington Commanders represents a seismic shift in the franchise's trajectory. From a strategic, tactical, and cultural perspective, it offers the chance to finally establish a dynamic, exciting, and winning team capable of competing for the Lombardi Trophy. The road to making this a reality will be closely watched by fans, analysts, and opponents alike. If completed, it could be the move that elevates the Commanders from hopeful contenders to legitimate Super Bowl favorites. Thanks for sticking with me through this deep dive into one of the most exciting stories in the NFL this season. Stay tuned for more updates, analysis, and insights. Remember to like, share, and subscribe to keep this community growing stronger. Our team's future is bright, and with a little bit of luck and smart moves, we could be celebrating a Super Bowl victory sooner than we think. As always, GO Commanders.